Hello everyone, this is Sandra from Grey Wolf Expeditions, your sea kayaking company on Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. I'm here today to talk to you guys about how to pack your kayak the most efficient way. I did prepare gear and my boat. I'm just here in my backyard. I prepared a trip for 3 days to show you how the most efficient way to and ergonomic friendly to pack your boat. So as you can see here, I have all my gear spread out, and all that has to come with me in my boat. It starts with my tent. It's a Tarn 3, MEC Tarn 3. I've got my thermarest. I've got my sleeping bag with my pillow. I've got my, we call it the biff bag, which is your toilet paper, hand sanitizer, and a lighter. And I've got my repair kit. I've got my cooking utensils. I have my stove. I've got my clothes bag. I've got some tarps. I've got some rope. I've got a nice comfortable chair to sit in. I've got my food. I usually pack them in days, so I've got 3 bags of food, those black bags, and then my cooler, and then my day bag. And I showed you guys that how to pack, what I bring in my day bag. And so now, how do I get all the gear I just showed you guys into my kayak? And I'm going to show you the most efficient way, how I like to do it, and we've been doing it for the last 11 years. Well, for my husband, I think it's a little bit longer. It's 16 years he's been guiding, but all right. So I'm going to start with my heavy gear in my rear end. So I'm going to stuff my Tarn 3, my tent, into the rear end corner. So let's start with the rear. You do want to always keep your heavy stuff in the back. It's nice to do that from the start, so your boat sits a little bit heavier. So you're going to open the hatch, and I'm going to grab my tent right here. I'm going to grab it and then stuff it as far as I can in the back, which means I have still a lot of room left, such as that. So my tent is right in there, and I've got lots of room. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use that space behind my seat. So the space behind my seat, I'm going to use my sleeping bag and my pillow I've got stuffed in here. So I'm just going to get this one. I'm going to turn it sideways so it fits nicely just right behind my seat. And the nice part with the sleeping bag, because it's so nice and cushy, you can just stuff it in. So then you've got that in there. So again, we've got the tent at the rear end, nicely tucked all the way in the corner, and then we've got the sleeping bag just tucked in the way there, so you still have all that room to put in more gear. I'm going to grab my clothes bag. I'm going to put that in my front hatch. All right, just get it in there. There you go. Push it a little bit to the side so you still have some more room. And what I'm going to put up in the back now is probably my food. I'm gonna stick with, as I told you guys earlier, I do separate my food in bags. So I've got day 1, day 2, day 3, and then food that has to stay a bit colder for the next few days. I like to keep in my cooler. So I'm gonna start with the heavier ones, with the cans and the pasta and whatnot. Let's just grab those. Again, you would like to keep all the heavy stuff in the back. Tuck them in around nicely. So now I'm just going to show you guys how far we've come. We still have got one more food bag. So now if you take a look, I've got my tent in the back. I've got my sleeping bag tucked in there. This is all my food, again, pasta, cans and that. You put your cooler in nicely. I will need 2 hands for that. And let me just put that back. All right, so let me just plug in that. There. And we had one more food bag. Never enough food. Okay. So my rear end is getting quite heavy and full. what we have left is now tarps, rope, nice comfy chair, and my cooking supply. A little set. I'm actually going to see if I can just tag it here up in front. Oh yeah, there's lots of room left. I'm gonna grab our tarp. Now you can just fill in the little niches the larger things didn't get through. So now you can just fill those gaps with your smaller items. Luxury items like a small camping chair. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. You'll leave that at home. I'm gonna put my clothes back in. Just stuff it kind of in there. There we go. There it goes. We still have a little bit of room, so I'm going to use my rope bag. I'm going to need those ropes for setting up a tarp. There we go. And then you guys, this is my cooking stove and that. I'm going to put that in the back with all my kitchen, with my food. There's lots of room in there. Perfect. A little bit sideways. There, so that's in. All right. Got my camping chair in. So here we go. I've got my front hatch. I'm going to show you guys. So my front hatch is pretty stuffed all around. There's not much room left. I've got everything I need in there. So that one's ready to go. And my rear end, I have a little bit room here, maybe for a bottle of wine or something. So I'm just going to see. So that one's pretty full. Close. Oops, sorry. I'm going to close that one up. Keep handy and not too much tucked away is my biff bag. Again, it's my toilet paper. Really handy to have close, you know, if you just have to pull out quickly and have a quick break. I like to keep that just behind my seat. And then my repair kit also. I mean, some people, they have a little bit smaller repair kits. This is my company repair kit, so there's lots of stuff in there. So this one we usually keep close, obviously, to the guide. And that one I would probably just either keep between my legs. That's probably where I would keep it, is between my legs, just to have it handy as well. So again, my biff bag, I'm just going to keep that close right in here. And keep that one right there. And that, whoops. And that, my beautiful people out there, is how you pack a kayak most efficiently. You want to keep the heavy stuff in the back of in the rear end. Just as much as you can, shove it in the back. Like I do my tent, because tents can be a little bit heavier, especially if it's a little bit of bigger tent, not just a one-person tent. And then you just try to kind of like, it's like Tetris, trying to fill it into your hatches. And again, try to keep the weight in mind. All the heavy stuff, like food's heavy. Usually food's heavy, your tent, clothes are heavy. They can but also be put up in front. Also depends how your bags are and how things going to fit. Again, it's like a Tetris game. But you know what, I'm going to show you that. My day bag, I usually keep that with me until I leave. So let me just see. So all the gear we just had is all tucked away in my kayak. Well, I hope you enjoyed my little tutorial today, how to pack your sea kayak the most efficient way. If you do like and see value in this video, please feel free to like and share. And if you haven't subscribed yet, just hit the subscribe button and we can stay in touch that way. Leave me know in the comments if did I forget anything main, or if you have any other suggestions for me how to get even better in packing my kayak. You guys have a great day. Be safe out there, and I'll see you guys on the water. Bye for now. Bye.